Hello and welcome back. So it's been a month. I've focused on the annex for my dad to move into, and as of today, I think we are ready for him to move in. Obviously, not completely done. There's a few things that have been put on the side. Like, for example, this room is going to have some sliding door dividers, like 4 doors on a rail that just hang off that can be configured however he wants. But not a priority. Don't need that to live here. So on the back burner, we've got all this furniture, oak furniture brought in. We were going to do built-ins, but this furniture is so beautiful. He treated himself to it. There's little things left to do, like windowsill and here and there and that sort of thing, but that's all stuff that he can be getting on with once he's moved in. The electrical box, brand new, nice, shiny cover on there, fire rated, and all nice and clean with the electrical above. One radiator in here, which is ample to heat the bedroom and the hallway. These things are fantastic, and I think I'll show you in the last video we had one upstairs. It's just a lacquered finish, so you see the weld marks and that sort of thing. Really beautiful. Floors need a damn good clean still. We've been over it twice. I think another 2 goes before the floors are looking good again. Bathroom, which you've seen before, all working fine. We've given it a nice good clean. We've gone round and done new silicone around the bottom because the silicone we used first time went a bit wrong. The only thing left to do in here is put a little bit of skirting down there and just do the back of this door. Not entirely sure what to do yet. Probably get some architrave on there, but there's just like a little bit of metal that protrudes and it's a bit awkward, but get the angel grinder on there. I'm sure we'll fix that out. Doors aren't painted yet. I've left that to him to decide, so they've still got the protective on there, and I've got a little stop coming today to stop that banging in. Here we go. This is the lounge kitchen area. Kitchen you haven't seen at all, I don't think. I don't think so. This is the kitchen we bought at Easter. It's now the end of November and we bought it Easter, and they sat it in storage for months and months until we were ready, and then they delivered it. That's from Wix, and no complaints at all. Kitchen is fantastic. All the drawers open really nicely. They're all soft shut. Lovely. Nice Neff. This is like a microwave and oven all in one, does everything, absolutely everything all in one, and nice easy controls for Dad to use, which is like one of the big decisions on buying that. We went for a 4-plate hob in the end. We were going to have a 2-plate, but for the difference in money and the choice, it just seemed easy just to stick a floor plate in, and the extractor above, which is all working fine. Black grouted. This is I can't think of what the pewter, matte pewter by a company I think called Matrix. The tiles. Laura likes these so much she now wants them in our kitchen, so I guess I'll be doing that again as well. AEG fridge, which has a single can of Coke in it. Went to a reclaim place. I found lots of nice little bits like this old brick mould. And we have asked them to find us a nice piece of wood to make a pillar that goes from the ceiling to the roof there, and also a nice piece of wood that sits on the top here. Put all your mugs and that sort of thing on. That'll just finish off this little sort of transition from the kitchen to the lounge area. We also, from that reclaim place, got these 2 copper light fittings. They didn't come with the wire and bought the separate wire from Amazon, and then the holes weren't the same size, so we had to bore those out, but we've made it all fit and work. Another long radiator. This is only half, I'm standing too close, you can't really see it. That's only half plumbed in at the moment. It's not actually fully connected and working because this is where it becomes apparent that the house is nowhere near done. So the annex is done, but our side is not anywhere near done. And this morning I brought the pipes down yesterday, and this morning I've glued on a sheet of plasterboard so that I can fit this little radiator on this side, and that'll just save me having to plumb it twice, having to drain down the heating system, and then when I to connect this radiator. So the rest of the day I'll be putting that little radiator in there. There's Luna. But this is literally next weekend, the 7th of December, the floor should be going in here, so it's up to concrete, same as next door. And then my guy who's been helping, who's done an awesome job out in the garden, which I'll show you in a minute. He hasn't been here for about a month, and he's now not going to be coming back here until the weather turns in spring, and then he's going to come back and finish the front of the house, like the driveways and that sort of thing. On this half wall here, we've got these supports ready for a desktop that's going to come in. So there'll be an L-shaped desktop that will sit in here with the computer on in that corner, and he's got these 2 office chairs. He's nice. He's got to buy another one yet, but it's still wrapped up. But he's got 2 nice office chairs that he'll put in that corner, so that it can also double up as somewhere to eat. So that sort of just here you can, eat your meals if he wants to eat in here and not with us. This built-in is IKEA Besta. Took about 3 days. It's sat on a stud frame on the bottom, skirted around, and then stud frame at the top, and then brought in and made to look like part of the walls. All brilliant. I mean, I've never had IKEA before. I'm going to put some downlights in here. I've already got it wired in. I'm going to have some little downlights in here, and he's going to put his record player and that sort of thing in this side. And then over here, we've got the 2 switches for those downlights, and this bit of chipboard here, OSB, will be a dartboard. We're buying some cork to face it with, and we've got some pine to make a surround, and that will also have a spotlight that comes out. In fact, it's in this cupboard, hidden away. He's been putting things in front of it. Got this nice sort of picture light, and it's black nickel to match all the light fittings, and that'll sit above to light the dartboard. And the dartboard's sat down there waiting. We got the furniture. He sort of saw these and wanted them straight away, although he's not too sure about this chair, but this chair got delivered with a blemish on it. This was from sofa.com, and there's some sort of like glue or something on there, and also the seat pan's all wibbly wobbly. And when you start looking at the stitching, it's all been pulled really tight, and it looks like the fabric has been damaged by the sewing machine, like as it goes around. You can see like these sewing marks everywhere. So I've emailed them, and they said 3 or 5 days they'll get back to me, but I think that chair is going to be going back. The sofa is fantastic. It doesn't look particularly comfortable and inviting, but it's not what I would buy for myself, but it is comfortable. It's surprisingly comfortable. So yeah, and he's going to keep that, and that's a decent one. So he's got his swivel position. I'm sat on the chair now, so he's got his TV there, and if he wants to, he can spin around, and he's got his feet out the door for the garden. So I'll show you out there now. All that's left to do in here now is get we're going to have some carpet put in here, because this is the manhole for the sewers. You need to be able to get access to that, but we want comfort in here as well. So where this cuts off, we're going to have carpet up to here, and then it'll stay just normal floor throughout for the rest of it. And then it can just be lifted up if we ever need to get in there. So have Charlie come back next week and measure up for that, hopefully. And out here, other Charlie, there's 3 Charlies. There's my son, there's the landscaper, and there's the flooring guy, all called Charlie. This is what Charlie Pope landscapes up Fake and Chrome Away. This is what he's done, and I know there's a lot of junk laying around at the moment because we just cleared out, but he's done such an awesome job out here. He built this, I know I've shown you it before, the brick wall round, and then I've built this trellis pergola for the wisteria, because I've been growing this for 10 years and the one important thing I wanted to keep in the garden was the wisteria, so that's got its new home. And I've also got these pontoon festoon lights, whatever, string lights out here that look really nice. They're on a timer. They turn on at the moment about 4:30 as soon as it gets dark, and it looks lovely out here. And I've put I've wired in a proper outdoor socket, and then this is a fully watertight box, so that's just plugged into that, and the timer, everything's in there. And then when it comes to Christmas, you can do the same thing again with Christmas lights, little waterproof box, plug it in there, and that's all been working great. And the dogs can't get through there. So, and another thing, I've trained the dogs not to poop around here. They won't poop in this area, which is fantastic. I growled at him once while he was doing it, and he hadn't pooped round here again. So and then round here, he is now he's laid these slabs. This is more like a rustic woodland type I was going for with all this rusted slate, because I already had these slabs and that's what I had on my old patio and I wanted them reused. So he's done what he could around here, and the idea is this will all be ferns, hostas, big leafy greens and that sort of thing, and there'll be like a rock feature in here. This won't be a pond, this is just like the start of a rock feature out here. But this is it for the rest of this year. It's done round here. Won't be seeing that till the new year, and then he can come back and get on with that. So there we go. I know I've not been very consistent, but we had to get everyone out of the house, out of the annex into the house again, so that we could get on with this, and now I'm finally done with this. So there we go. The only other thing that didn't work, Dad is old school and wanted terrestrial TV, wanted, you know, an aerial so he could get, you know, free view. Plugged the aerial. I tested it all when I first fitted it. It all worked fine. I've just plugged the aerial into that TV. It doesn't bloody work. So I've this morning put in this porthole into the ceiling, because up there is where they all connect, and I'm just going to have to go through it all and check how it, you know, it's probably, I've probably just screwed up when putting one of the terminations on or something like that. But I'm sure it won't take too much effort. But he's got Netflix and all that sort of thing working on the TV anyway. He's never had Netflix before. He doesn't even have the internet where he lived before. So it's all very new to him. The idea of just having everything at your fingertips, I'm sure he'll soon come round to it and realise that he doesn't need old school TV. But there we go. So I would certainly like to live in here. So I know he's very, very happy and very appreciative. And, you know, now we're going to have Dad living next door as part of the family, which would be... I think it'll be great. So there we go. Next time I will be back on my side of the house. I've got to get Charlie's bedroom ready for a plasterer. I'm going to pay a plasterer to come in and deal with it, because it's got stippled ceilings, and it's not just a case of throwing plasterboard on the wall and taping and jointing. I can do that, that's easy enough, but actual skimming and plastering, I'm not going to learn to do that. I don't want to. I'm going to let someone else come in and do it. So there we go. Next time, hopefully, I will have one of the boys' rooms ready for plaster. Hopefully, both the boys' rooms ready for plaster, and be getting on to my bathroom. The bath's all in and working, but the room isn't finished. It's only got half a ceiling. So that'll be next. So I'll see you then.